You know, I'm seeing so much that I'm not really seeing anybody talk about it with this WikiLeaks. God, I wish they would have put a different name on there that I could say so easily. But here's some things that, first of all, we've got a global collapse happening. There's a cause to this collapse, and we all know it's the wealthy people, the G20. The amount of security they need is because they're criminals and they need some protection. We all know that, and we need proof about it. So that's what WikiLeaks is all about, is to give us the proof, the evidence that we need. Now, it's like read between the lines. I've always known, when abuser is giving me flowers and he's really, really nice to me as long as I'm doing everything he wants. But as soon as I stand up for myself, as soon as I live in my truth, all of a sudden an abuser is really, really doesn't handle it well. So it's like, we know there's criminals. And they're insane criminals because they think other people should be arrested for doing the same actions that they do. And they shouldn't be touched. Nothing should happen to them while they break crimes, while they kill people, while they murder millions and millions of people. There's Georgia Guidestones. They're wanting to wipe out most of the planet. And taking a look at the U.S. government, you'll find out exactly how they plan to do it. So they're not too happy when the plan gets a little unveiled. And they want to arrest people. Good people that want to stop criminals, that's the people that end up in jail. That's what I've experienced about our justice system. I live in Canada. My own personal experience told me that our justice system is designed to work for criminals and not victims. That is proof that I have to pay child support for the children that live with me. According to Canadian law, I should be collecting child support, but I don't. I've had to pay child support, and there was no fixing that. So, it's not even, that's just my friggin' story. I have a lot of experiences that have sort of opened my eyes to the reality of what's going on. So it's not, don't focus on my story so much as I have experience to know better. And all these people that are saying, yeah, there is justice, the winners of the justice system, they would be the criminals thinking that they're the winners. And they're saying, yeah, it is justice. But you go talk to the loser. Different story there. The loser will always have a completely different opinion about the justice system. But we haven't been able to tell because we haven't been able to report it. Even my particular case, the newspapers wanted to tell the story, but then after they found out it would make a few judges look very criminal, they said, oh, we don't report that kind of news. So what you're seeing with this WikiLeaks is because they've now unfolded, okay, we're seeing the criminals in action. We're seeing exactly what they do. We're seeing their mentality. Now they're being classified as a terrorist. So the good guys are always going to look like the terrorists. You're being brainwashed constantly to believe that anything that's good is actually a terrorist that you need protection from. And this is their mentality. I mean, you have to understand how you're being brainwashed. And if you look at Hillary Clinton, she's saying, there's nothing honorable. You are not a hero if you do the right thing. So, from her mentality, as long as you're doing the unmoral thing, as long as you're breaking laws, as long as you are a criminal, then that's something to be honored. If you look at the double talk and know that you are going to be brainwashed to believe, those that are in power. So whatever word she attaches meaning to, some people will believe her and they will be brainwashed into that kind of stuff. So when you see that your newspapers can't report the news, it's because they will be labeled terrorists. They're not allowed in the United States. They're not allowed to report the news. Otherwise, they will be labeled terrorists and they will go to jail. They will be confined You know, if any journalist in the United States actually speaks the truth, they will put them in solitary confinement without any sentence, nothing. This is what these criminals do. That's why you have a media blackout in the States, is because these criminals are, you know, controlling everything. They want to make sure that everything's really, really corrupt and that they win at all costs. There was one other point that I wanted to make with this. What was the last video that I watched? Oh, this is the biggest one of them all. You now know who to elect and who not to elect. Any politician, anybody of any type of authority that is criticizing WikiLeaks for reporting truth, for informing you on what exactly is going on, you know not to elect them. They would be the bad guys. They would be the guys that got a little upset for getting caught, and they don't want to get caught anymore. So they're trying to, you know, they'll probably just watch. Julian Assange will probably show up dead, and you know for a fact the American government will assassinate somebody for telling the truth. So that means anywhere in your country, any media that actually tells the truth, I mean, if this guy ends up showing up dead, that's what your government will do for you. So, I mean, read between the lines. See what the truth really is. Any politician, anybody that is going against WikiLeaks right now, you know who to vote for and who not to vote for. They are telling you right up front, I'm a criminal and I just don't like getting caught. This had no means is this, the only thing this is embarrassing because they got caught doing something wrong. No life is in danger. There have been more lives saved by leaking this information out than not releasing it out. Millions and millions of people all over the planet have been at risk because this information is not known. This guy is a hero. He saved billions of lives by letting that information out, because it won't be so easy for them to get away with all of the crimes anymore. And using one, all they do is keep secrets so they can manipulate each other to go against each other and say, oh, it wasn't me that started that war, it was you. And it's like, no, you were playing puppets behind the in the background and not being responsible and accountable for the bullshit wars that, you know, these elites start just so that they can profit. It's designed to kill millions of people because there's more money for them. So it's like, if you even do have any elections, I mean, I've even noticed some of the YouTubers, and you know, the ones that aren't, you know, that haven't, anybody that's lost everything is generally going to support WikiLeaks. Anybody who hasn't lost anything, you know, the wealthy ones, that one of them was a doctor even. If you have money, then you'll be against WikiLeaks. If you lost your shirt, you're supporting WikiLeaks. Now, the guys that I've noticed that haven't lost their stuff, you know, like Alex Jones, or, you know, the manipulating ones, they are convincing people to be against WikiLeaks. Sort of know who your friends are. Know who's telling you what story that you're going to believe. If it's Alex Jones or anybody that's criticizing WikiLeaks, you know now, up front, it's in your face, you know who the bad guys are. Because full disclosure, letting out information gives you power. The more information you have, the more opportunity you have to solve a problem. All problems are nothing but a solution waiting to unfold. The only thing that stops a problem from being solved is a lack of information. So how in the world is a lack of information a bad thing? You know, you just got exposed. You just got a lot of information which will help unfold global solutions. So if you don't want to experience any global solutions, keep yourself in the dark. Be against WikiLeaks. Be against all information. Bury your head in the sand and think that, you know, global problems will all go away as long as your head is buried in the sand and you know shit. But if information is power, look at who it is that's telling you that information is a bad thing. Information is terrorism. I mean, this was the most peaceful way to to make a major shift. It was a hell of a lot better than a gun. But it's how we're going to respond. And I say, if you want to learn the truth, watch people's response. Information is power. If anybody is against knowing as much information as possible, they're the ones that are trying to manipulate you. Chances are they have a bigger bank account than you. Chances are they're part of a machine that's trying to manipulate you into every single thing that's evil. So it's like, read between the lines. WikiLeaks just sort of poked the bear. How the bear responds tells the complete story. You know who to vote for. You know everything if you can read the information correctly. Just do not get angry. You will see it all so much clearer if you see this as a good thing. Take a deep breath, smile, everything is good. And if you see it in that state of mind, you'll see it clearly. But if anybody's trying to piss you off and you're getting real angry and really, really pissed off, you won't see it. You'll just be caught up in the negative activity and go to your own freaking death. Anyways, read between the lines. It'll tell you everything you want to know. Peace out.